Dark times are approaching. News anchors repeat that climate anomalies are breaking all records, glaciers are melting, and the earth trembles with volcanoes and earthquakes. Tornadoes, fires, floods. Are these just whims of nature or warnings? Are these anomalies mere coincidences, or are they the result of our actions? Are we as humans mere witnesses to impending changes, or are we their cause? We no longer revere nature as our ancestors did. We have poisoned the oceans with plastic, creating garbage continents. This is no metaphor. The size of the Great Pacific Garbage Patch exceeds half the area of Europe. We have lost morality and honor. Once warriors fought in battle, risking their lives. Now killers press buttons in offices. The fate of millions is decided with a single stroke of a pen. Did you know that Gorbachev's and Yeltsin's so-called bloodless reforms led to a population decline comparable to that of a war? There is even a term for it, excess mortality. 13 million lives. This is the cost of the great political achievements of the West adored Gorbachev and Yeltsin, and that's just in Russia alone. But let's not stray from the topic. Experts predict a strange event in the near future: marriages between humans and robots. After all, sex dolls are already smarter than household pets, and their functions, well, let's not even go there. The only barriers are price and legal issues. This is the march of progress, surging toward us like an avalanche. Biochips under our skin for our convenience, of course. Digital currencies and banks controlling everything. Every bit of information about us stored on some distant server, with a faceless entity deciding our fate. And if your accounts are frozen, supposedly due to debts, your life is shut down like a gadget. Who will listen to you? You won't even be able to hire a lawyer because you'll have no way to pay. Such are the benefits of civilization. Tell me, is this progress? They are already mixing ground insects into our food? After all, there won't be enough products for everyone. What's next? Wars over water? Over air? Which too won't be enough for everyone? The question is, why? Do we burn too many hydrocarbons, poison the earth? Has our civilization become a disease? Maybe it's time to solve the overpopulation problem. Is this where everything is leading? The infamous golden billion, right? Someone is exploiting these cataclysms for their own gain. Are they madmen or immortals? Where do they plan to hide while chaos unfolds? And here's the central question: can we change the future, or is everything already decided? Let's listen to what the prophets have said. 5 visionaries whose predictions have come true with astonishing accuracy. Who are they, and what do they foresee for the next 5-10 years? Edgar Cayce, a phenomenal man who saw the future in a trance state. His words were transcribed because upon waking he remembered nothing. Baba Vanga, the blind seer from Bulgaria, who predicted many events of the future. Monk Abel, who foresaw the downfall of several Russian emperors, for which he spent over 20 years in prison and died in a monastery. Sadhguru, a mystical prophet from India still alive, constantly warning, "People, wake up! You worship false values and gods?" The fifth voice, few have heard of the blind boy from St. Petersburg named Sasha. He was on the brink of death, and now his predictions come true so often that his fame has spread across Russia. What do the prophets tell us? Cayce claimed that great cataclysms lie ahead. Many continents will change, islands will sink, nations will migrate, countries will collapse, and Russia will become the world's stronghold in the new order. Vanga foresaw terrifying transformations, hurricanes, melting glaciers, the emergence of a new world map, yet she also predicted Russia's revival. Monk Abel, the dark prophet, foresaw the collapse of Europe. He said, "Europe will be torn apart. Russia will rise after darkness, but the path will be long and arduous." And what does Sadhguru say? Unfortunately, his predictions are not optimistic. He repeats that change is inevitable. Earth is heating up, magnetic poles are shifting, and the climate is changing. But the most important thing is this: If humanity does not change itself, nothing good awaits us. But can humanity truly transform and be reborn? Casey claimed that solar flares would trigger changes and that a new transformed human would emerge. Vanga also spoke of this. After new unprecedented diseases, a new civilization would arise. White will become black, she said, and black will become white. Monk Abel lived long ago, and his words are harder to interpret. He predicted that Europe will be in flames, and that the 21st century will be filled with turmoil and battles for faith. A battle for faith? A clash between Christianity and Islam? Trucks running over people in the streets? Or the Pope blessing same-sex marriages? Is this about faith? It's difficult to understand a man from the past. We don't even understand our own scientists. We don't believe them. After all, there is a group of scientists who insist that humanity has not overheated the Earth. Rather, the planet is heating itself from within, releasing carbon dioxide. But who has proven this? And more importantly, who will investigate? According to their theory, it's all about solar cycles and abnormal radiation. They even tried to convince world leaders by sending reports with figures and graphs to influential people, including presidents. They are convinced that in the coming years, especially in 2033, our planet will break free from its leash and deadly upheavals in space await us. But what can politicians do? Aren't they just like the rest of us? They have their own bosses, their own plans, countless worries and problems. The burden of power is a heavy one. That's why no one listens to prophets or scientific enthusiasts who contradict grant-receiving academics. No one answers them. Look at the US. Numerous UFOs have been spotted in California with plenty of witnesses and footage. And what? Authorities reassure the public? There's no reason to worry, no threat. Relax. Don't stir panic. So what is left for us ordinary mortals? Forewarned is forearmed. We can plug our ears, bury our heads in the sand, or try to find like-minded individuals. We do not know what dark spots the blind boy from St. Petersburg sees on the continents, but we do know one thing: the world is changing and we are living in an era of great transformation. The first step is awareness. Everything begins with the first step, doesn't it? Discover phenomenal individuals and incredible yet real events on this channel.